this is my son, who when he first became famous said that I was dead.
I can relate. I used to say my dad was dead.
Right,
relate.
and then it went from I'm dead to us back.
Mad. Did you crack though?
What the am I gonna smoke crack for?
You ever talked to him since?
Nah, I ain't talked to him since I was probably like heard his voice, like talked to him on the phone. I probably ain't talked to him since I was like 12.
You interested?
Not really, because it's like I'm a man.
What if everything we thought about 21 Savage's origin story was completely wrong? Imagine a father in London watching his son rise to global fame while hearing the world believe he's dead, a substance abuser, or an absent parent. Now, Kevin Emmons, 21 Savage's biological father, has come forward with receipts, phone records, bank transfers, detailed timelines, claiming the rapper's narrative is full of lies. He says he was present for 7 years, paid for everything, and was erased from his own son's story. With the internet buzzing over these allegations, Kevin is determined to set the record straight. He explains that 21 Savage, born Shaban Abraham Joseph in London in 1992, comes from a father deeply rooted in South London's music culture, breakdancing, graffiti, DJing, and performing on BBC programs. Raised in a strict family of 6 siblings, Kevin avoided trouble and upheld strong values. He says he met 21's mother at a party where she approached him, and although their relationship wasn't planned, she became pregnant. But according to Kevin, everything changed when she demanded he cut ties with his family and moved to America, pushing beliefs from the Nuwaubian movement that he couldn't accept. Refusing to abandon his family ended their relationship, but Kevin insists he always intended to be part of his son's life.
He's going into another country. Yeah, he's going to a totally different country. Not by my choice, right? That's not my choice. First of all, that's not my choice. Why is he going to America? Why is he going to America? He's going to America, yeah? His mum is now married to his now stepdad, yeah? So they're going for a fresh start. Who says he needs a fresh start? She needs the fresh start. He don't need no fresh start. What he needs is what he's had already.
Kevin says this is where his story sharply contradicts what 21 Savage has shared publicly. According to him, he was deeply involved in his son's life for the first 7 years, picking him up every Friday after work, spending every weekend together, and having him during school holidays, Easter, the 6-week summer break, and Christmas. He says 21 spent most of those moments surrounded by his father's side of the family. Kevin also describes 21 as an unusually smart kid, recalling a moment when young 21 told him, "Dad, stop smoking. You might die earlier, and I don't want you to die." He says 21 was always joyful around his family, extremely bright, and sometimes so sharp that it actually got on his nerves.
Yeah, I love my son.
What do you want? Do you want a relationship with him? Do you want to see him? Do you want him? Do you get what I'm trying to? What do you want?
I want him to pick up the phone and talk to me. That's
Yeah,
all I
like,
want.
what do you like? Don't.
That's it.
Kevin says this is where the mother's agenda became obvious. Throughout those 7 years, every time he picked up his son, she repeated the same message. "We're going to America. You can come with us." Even after their relationship ended, she kept urging him to leave his life in London and follow them. This was the exact issue that broke them up, so he couldn't understand why she continued pushing it. The turning point came when 21 was 7. Kevin remembers the Sunday he dropped him off. She gave him an ultimatum. They were leaving Monday, and he could either keep 21, move to America with them, or agree to see his son every 6 months. Kevin knew she would never leave 21 behind, and he recognized how attached his son was to his mother, so he chose what he thought was best: let him go, but maintain their bond through regular visits. He agreed to the 6-month arrangement, expecting things to stay consistent. What he didn't realize was that the move to America would completely reshape 21's life. Once in Atlanta, 21 had to adjust to a new environment, new kids, and even hide his British accent because classmates mocked him. On his first day, kids made fun of how he spoke, and after he fought one of his bullies, he earned the nickname Taekwondo same year. But as he grew older, he realized that because of his immigration status, he couldn't attend university or secure a good job, no matter how well he performed in school. That realization pushed him to lose interest, sleep through classes, and eventually start dealing drugs at just 13. Things escalated when he brought a gun to school for protection from kids in another neighborhood who targeted him. He hid the gun during in-school suspension but was caught on camera, and another student testified against him, landing him on probation by 8th grade. Even though he tried to stay out of of trouble, he was expelled after a bus incident where students misbehaved. Girls claimed he was involved even though he wasn't. His mother grounded him for the first time, locking him in the house to watch his younger siblings, but he continued sneaking out. His cousin eventually revealed that he had been taking stolen cars for joyrides, leading to even more punishment. This cycle of rebellion continued until his life took a tragic turn on his 21st birthday. This is where Kevin says the lies began piling up. The mother had promised 21 would return to London every 6 months, but in 23 years, Kevin says he saw him only once, in 2005, when Kevin himself paid for 21, his sister, and their mother to visit. Meanwhile, Kevin called regularly in the early years, always trying to keep 21 connected to his grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. The phone situation, Kevin says, was the most painful. When 21 needed a phone, Kevin agreed to pay for it so they could speak directly. He covered international plans costing anywhere from $20 to $100 a month, but according to him, 21 never called, not even once, despite Kevin paying the bill every month.
Got you this phone. It's so that you can phone me and I can phone you. 5th month, $100. 6th month, $100. 7th month, $100. But you're not even phoning me. Why am I spending all this money on this phone and you can't even punch in my numbers, one, call me and hang up the phone so that I know I can call you back?
You know what it is?
Did you have this conversation with him?
I had this conversation with him plenty of times.
Kevin says he had the same conversation with 21 over and over. He told him the whole point of the phone was so they could stay in touch, and all 21 had to do was call once and hang up so Kevin could return the call. But it never happened. Eventually, Kevin stopped paying for the phone out of frustration, something 21 later used against him. Kevin also explains that he flew to America in 2004 to visit his son, proving he was actively trying to maintain their relationship. He even paid for 21's first court case and regularly sent money, noting that every transfer included his name as a reference, meaning there should be records of his financial support. Then Kevin addresses what he says are the major lies. When 21 Savage became famous, he told the world his father was dead, even though Kevin was alive in London, watching his own son claim he didn't exist. Kevin recalls going to a local chip shop and seeing newspaper spreads with his face on them after 21 was arrested by ICE, forcing him to witness the public narrative that erased him completely.
I just want a phone. Just send me $100 a month, bro, so I can have me a little Metro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in middle school now. Everybody got phones and shit. He ain't want, like, he sent $100 and then he just stopped sending the shit type shit. So I started selling weed to get me a phone, shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I used to be hurt by that shit. Like, damn, why my daddy won't fuck with me? You know what I'm saying? But then as I got older, it was just like, really, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I get out here on my own. I'm a grown man now.
According to Kevin, when he tried to share his side of the story with the media, no outlet was interested, even as the public narrative shifted from "my dad is dead" to claims that he was using substances. In the interview, Kevin says this accusation hurt him deeply. He explains that although there was peer pressure around drugs when he was younger, he never participated because he grew up in a strict, value-driven household as the youngest of 6, constantly supervised by his parents and siblings. He recalls that upsetting his father was the last thing he ever wanted, so bringing trouble home was never an option. Kevin says the allegation feels like an attack on his character, especially because he worked regular jobs, including at the post office, and consistently tried to stay connected with his son, despite living in different countries, only to feel publicly misrepresented by someone he spent years trying to support.
And it's bad enough, but to lose my brethren along the way, and then I've made it and I can't bring them with me, and everything I used to dream about that we was gonna do, I can't do it with them.
I really hope everything works out for the best. Honestly, do you know what I mean? I can see that it hurts you a lot. And I really do hope that.
It hurts me for the fact that it's all the interviews he done after when I was in my worst state. That's what hurts me. It's after the loss, then came all the my dad this, my dad that, my dad this, my dad that. Man, have some empathy. I just lost your brother. There's no reason to put me down even more.
Kevin also clears up confusion about 21 Savage's stepfather, explaining that although some people believe the man in old photos was 21's biological father, Kevin says he has been the real father from the beginning. One of the most debated parts of Kevin's story involves the night 21 Savage was shot 6 times on his 21st birthday in 2013, an event where Kevin's version differs from what 21 has shared publicly. According to Kevin, the shooting happened during what was meant to be a triple birthday celebration for 21. His friend Johnny Johnny and one of Johnny's relatives. The plan was to book a hotel room for the weekend, but when Johnny called 21 because a speaker in his car stopped working, he asked to use 21's car instead. After meeting up, Johnny suggested they run errands in 21's vehicle. That's when two armed men approached them. One allegedly jumped into the back seat and told them to get up while the other stayed outside. A struggle broke out and 21 was shot 6 times, twice in the arm as well as in his collarbone, neck, hand, and finger. Johnny was killed by the very first shot. 21 later heard that one of the shooters was paralyzed, but he wasn't sure what happened to the other.
I'm with my best friend. We in the car. It's my birthday. Somebody open the back door, like, draw down. He didn't say nothing. He just started. A whole bunch of shots go off. I end up shot. He end up dead. Another one of them end up shot. I get out the car, run, knock on somebody's door, but I can't move this arm. Like, this arm over with. So I can't come to the door. I run back to the car, grab my phone. Police pull up. I get out the car, and I start walking towards police. Police draw down. I'm like, look, bro, I just got shot in this arm. I can't put this arm in the air. I can only put this arm in the air. Ambulance pull up. They put me on the stretcher, cut my clothes off. After that, that's just changed, and that's when I really started rapping.
According to Kevin, the shooting was only the latest tragedy 21 had faced. He had already lost his close friend Larry 2 years earlier. Kevin says he was at work when he heard that 21 had been shot, and he broke down crying. His wife asked what he planned to do, and Kevin says he immediately called to speak with his son to find out what he wanted. When he reached 21, who Kevin notes was on methadone at the time, which he believes makes people more honest, he asked whether he should fly to America or what support his son needed. But Kevin claims 21 told him not to come. This is where the stories conflict. Kevin says he offered to come but was told no, while 21 has publicly stated that his father never tried to come, never showed up at the hospital, and that if the roles were reversed, he'd be on the first flight anywhere in the world if his own child were shot.
You should have just went out there.
Just go.
What hospital was he in?
Find out when you get there.
From who?
From the papers, probably. He's famous, isn't it?
No, this was before he's famous.
Before. Yeah, but you find out, man. Come on, man.
From who? This is Atlanta. Who?
The same way you phoned him. If you text him, say, I'm in the airport, blood. Or do you get what I'm trying to say? It's a bit different, innit? I'm in America. Wait, you come on, man.
Kevin says he couldn't rush to Atlanta after the shooting because he didn't know what hospital 21 was in, didn't have his address, and couldn't leave his 4 other kids in London, including a 6-year-old being evaluated for autism. The most painful part of his story came in 2020 when his other son, Terrell, was stabbed to death at 27. That tragedy finally led Kevin and 21 to speak again after years of no contact. A moment Kevin describes as bittersweet, happy to reconnect, but heartbroken that it took another son's death to make it happen.
For the fact that it's all the interviews he done after when I was in my worst state. That's what hurts me. It's after the loss, then came all the my dad this, my dad that, my dad this, my dad that. Man, have some empathy. I just lost your brother. There's no reason to put me down even more.
Kevin says he was dealing with his other son's body when he got a call from 21, telling him, I love speaking to you, but I hate that it took this to happen. They spoke for 2 weeks, and Kevin even met his grandsons via FaceTime, though he couldn't see his granddaughter because her mother wouldn't allow it. 21 invited Kevin to visit him in America, which meant a lot because it came directly from his son. But then, Kevin says, 21 sent a text about $10, claiming he never received it. Kevin insists he would have sent it and points out that all his transfers were traceable with his name. After this, 21 cut off communication again. Kevin later learned through Instagram that 21 was in the Dominican Republic and planned to wait for him to return. But 21 never reached out again. Kevin says 21 cut ties with his family, misrepresents their relationship, and built success partly on lies. He claims unfair parental expectations, parental alienation, and regrets not revealing 21's immigration status. Kevin says 21 misrepresented him in music, especially after Terrell's death. Despite Kevin being present early on, he regrets lost family bonds and stresses he seeks connection, not money or fame.
There's only one thing I need to say, and I said it to you on the phone. Shea, I love you, and I want the best for you. That's all I need to say. I want the best for you, and I love you. I'll never stop loving you. I'll never stop loving you from the time it was 7:36 on October the 22nd. That's exactly the day with time he was born. I've never stopped loving that boy. I love that boy with all my heart. What are you talking about?
What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into hip-hop's biggest controversies. Remember, there are always 2 sides to every story. Keep it real until next time.